Yeah, so hello everybody. Here's my current project, which is making a pair of boots. So here's my current progress. I've made the uppers from 1.5 millimeter thick leather, and it has a leather lining which is I think half a millimeter. And yeah, so I made this kind of to replicate the Doc Martens look, and yeah, I think these look pretty good. So I just got the welts sewn on here. Well, focus. Yeah, so here I just got the welts sewn on. They are 3 millimeter thick wedge tan leather, and yeah, it's going to be a storm welt. So it's both the seams are going to be exposed. This one that shows the upper to the welt, and the stitch that shows the welt to the midsole, they are gonna be exposed. So I had black thread for this and this silver thread for showing this welt to the midsole, which is going to be 5 millimeter sole leather. And yeah, I used a fabric, I can't remember what it is called, but anyway, and leather inner sole 3 millimeter. And yeah, I saddle stitched this, so with two threads going from side to side. And yeah, here's the back side of the boot. And yeah, there's leather stiffeners in the toe and heel area. They are some type of leather, I'm not sure, but yeah, I bought this Chinese leather sewing machine for this project, and yeah, it required a lot of help to get working. It didn't work out of the box, so yeah, there was a problem in the bottom thread. This piece that rotates the shuttle assembly, this kind of brass looking thing here, it's brass on top because it was too thin in this dimension, so the thread kept going under the shuttle rotator thing, and it didn't work because it got tangled in the gear that's under here. So if you have this problem with one of these Chinese shoe patching machines, it's probably this. This is the it goes under the piece, and yeah, I soldered some braced some brass on the top of the thing here and filed it down so that it rubs on the underside of this cover. So brass is softer than steel, so it doesn't break this, or yeah, it just means it will wear eventually, so I'll have to solder it again. And yeah, otherwise this is a very good machine for sewing thick leather. It works surprisingly well. And on the boots, I have a wooden shank here. I made it from 3 layers of very thin plywood. They are glued together with wood glue, and I think this will be more durable than a shank made from solid piece of wood, because plywood has the layers going in different directions, so I think it will be harder to break this, because I've seen some old Doc Martens where the wooden shank is broken right here. So I think this will last longer, and I'm going to put cork sheath in here, 2 layers, and then the midsole. So here are the boots. Now I've put on the midsole, and I stitched it with this silver or white or whatever thread here. It's saddle stitched. I had to drill the holes here because I couldn't get through the sole leather with an awl, so I had to drill holes and sew it on that way. It was pretty interesting. And I put on these Vibram soles here. I had to, this were unit sole, so they were connected like here, but this heel wasn't high enough, so I had to split it here like this and put a leather heel lift in here. And yeah, I'm going to, I also nailed the heel lift to the heel piece here from this direction here. I put nails in, and now I'm going to put some brass screws in here, short screws, so they only go through the outsole and midsole here, and not into the inside of the boot. And I'm going to do the same thing here on the heel. I'm going to put a few screws through this. Some people would nail it, but I think screws might be better in this situation. And yeah, also I need to move these stitches on this part closer to the eyelets here, like this, and remove some leather from this portion, because when you try to tighten the laces, these hit each other here. It's not a problem up here, but it is a problem down here, so I need to do that. And yeah, this turns out pretty light. This don't weigh much, but that's not a bad thing. They are a bit, the last was a bit generous in its sizing, so these are very tall here in this direction, so I need to get some like what's they called, yeah, like a insole made from felt, felt like a pad in the boot. And yeah, I'll film a video when they are finished as well. Yeah, so here's the finished boot. I trimmed here, made these a bit narrower so there's more room to like clench this with this. What are these called? Anyway, yeah, and I nailed on the soles here. They aren't going anywhere, and over here with longer nails. And I tried dyeing the sides here so they aren't like leather colored, but it didn't really work good, but I think it's good enough. And yeah, the only problem with these is that my foot, these are too high here, and I can't tighten this enough around my foot. So I made this these insoles with felt insoles and added felt. I think I'm going to put even more felt here, so it brings up my heel and foot so these aren't too loose. And yeah, here's the interior of the boot. It's leather lined all the way and leather insole. And yeah, overall I think it was a very interesting project to do these boots, and I think I'm going to make more for family and such. Oh, laces, yes, laces. Yeah, so I trimmed here so the laces can have room to tighten here. And yeah, anyway, have a nice day.